Hi, I'm Tad Radzinski, speaker, educator, and expert in corporate responsibility and sustainable product design. We're now talking about our December series, which is on materiality. Prioritizing sustainability in your strategic business plan has been our topic for the month of December. And today we're going to be talking about creating sustainability goals that supplement your business strategy. It's really important when you're developing your sustainability strategy to have focused goals that you can work on for the long term, and these goals are really imperative to having a solid sustainability plan. And most organizations develop goals that are closely aligned with different aspects of their business, and today we'll talk more about that. For those of you that have been following our blog series and our webinar series, the whole thing has been designed around establishing a sustainability program or corporate responsibility program. And as you can see in this slide, there's many steps to doing that. And as we've talked about, the most important thing you can do when you're establishing your sustainability program is to, number one, have a management commitment, also to have a solid sustainability team within your organization, have them thoroughly educated, and then really imperative that you conduct a sustainability assessment to really understand where you are in your sustainability journey. And if you remember in the past blog series, we talked a lot about benchmarking and measurement and just understanding various aspects of your business. So once you have all that together, you take that information that you've developed from your sustainability assessment, all the benchmarking data that you have, energy, water, waste, employee training, community connections, and then you develop goals around that. And these goals are going to set the stage for your sustainability program for the next 1 to 5 years. We typically recommend having longer term goals because usually for most organizations it takes quite a while to develop your plans and implement them and then really start to achieve the goals. So often we set goals out, anywhere from, I'd say the shortest term would be 1 year, but typically our goals that we develop for various companies are going to be out around 3 years. So key aspects of developing sustainability goals, I always recommend aligning your goals around already your core strategies, policies, and programs that you always have in place. Many organizations already have different aspects or different things they focus on, whether it's a initiative to reduce energy or an initiative to improve quality or, different things like that. We never want to start, use what you already have implemented and, don't recreate the wheel is really what I say. If you've already got various programs or initiatives within your organization, definitely build upon them and pull them into the sustainability goals and into the sustainability program. You definitely want to be selecting sustainability goals that will provide cost savings for your operation. That's the greatest way to get management support for a sustainability program, to show quick wins, to reduce some cost and basically attribute it to the focus of sustainability, whether it's energy savings, waste reductions, improving productivity, different things like that are really important to measure. Another key aspect of setting sustainability goals, if you remember, we have to think about the present and the future when we establish sustainability programs. So setting goals that will satisfy some future requirement or some standard or regulation. We all know that eventually there's going to be some regulation on carbon. I don't know when it's going to happen, but there will be. So having goals around reducing carbon are imperative. And knowing that's coming, planning now instead of having to be reactive in the future is really the ticket. So whatever your organization does, you may be regulated by the FDA for, if you're a pharmaceutical company, or you may be a packaging company that has to meet food contact rules, or you may be an organization, that just generally operates and knows there'll be carbon taxes. So understanding what those future requirements are going to be is really important. And then also you want to think about, can you market the goals and tell the world about it? And what I mean by that is, you don't want to put together something just for marketing, but you want to have the ability to take the goals you achieve and tell the world the great things you've done. So that's definitely something to consider. And that marketing could be internal and external, because you have a lot of employees or others that are other stakeholders in your organization that need to know about this. But also you might have customers or the outside public that would want to know about it. So again, thinking about all those aspects when you establish these goals is really important. Again, don't recreate the wheel. Focus on cost savings and really think about what's going to drive your business in the future. Here's some examples of sustainability goals. I highly recommend that everybody watching this blog and participating in this series definitely establish energy reduction goals. I do this, you can do this personally for your own home, your own automobile. Reducing energy consumption is huge. It's going to save you money, and it's also going to have the benefit of reducing your carbon footprint. So the first two goals on here, I would basically say that every organization out there needs to have goals around energy reduction and carbon footprint reduction. If you remember, in the benchmarking series, we talked about measuring those and understanding where you are in how you consume electricity, fuel for your vehicles, and then what your resultant carbon footprint is. Really important. Some other samples could be, if you're a manufacturing company, you could focus on packaging or increasing recycled content of packaging. If you are an organization that has many employees, you could focus on training employees on sustainability. You can improve transportation fleet efficiency. I mean, there's a whole myriad of goals you can pick. And when you're understanding materiality, you have to select goals for your organization that really are aligned with your business strategy. Like I said, every one of us uses energy. Every one of us has a carbon footprint. Those two should be automatic. But the other ones you select are going to be very important to understand from your sustainability assessment what's important to your organization, considering risk, considering long-term competitive advantage, considering a lot of things when you establish your goals. One tip I can give is if you're not clear on what goals to focus on and you need to understand maybe what's a good framework, the Global Reporting Initiative, GRI, basically has a framework with various performance indicators in all aspects of environmental connections, impact, social impact, and you can basically run through these and identify some that are important to your organization to help you narrow your list or establish some specific goals. Then when you do that, GRI gives you the ability in the future to report your results, and we'll be talking about that in future blog series on how to report your successes and also to report just overall performance. So GRI is a good resource. Here's an example of something we've done in our own company. As you can see here, we have a series of goals. Reducing carbon footprint is a really important one. Resource efficiency, being connected to community, a fun and inspiring place to work, zero waste. These are all goals that we've established within our company. And as you can see on this side, our Sustainable Solutions Action Plan, we have an action plan to meet that. For example, if I'm reducing carbon footprint, we're looking at reducing our impact from electricity, reducing our fossil fuel use, looking at what we can do for travel, reducing carbon, our carbon neutrality, like basically we buy offsets. In the travel area, we do things like we try to minimize flying. We use a lot of webinars, and we take the lowest impact means of transportation. We'll evaluate what our options are. Can we take a train? Avoid driving. Can we take a train? Can we do a webinar? If we have to fly, can we take a direct flight instead of having connections, which basically extends your traveled miles usually. So different things like that. And then around the social aspects, if you look here, fun and inspiring place to work. We're an organization that really relies on people, very material to our success. So we look at attracting and retaining the best talent. And we want our work to be fun, inspiring. Most of the people who work at Sustainable Solutions are very passionate about what they do. But this is a place of lifelong learning. So we offer those kind of aspects within our organization. We also foster creativity and innovation. And we give people the ability to come up with new ideas and, always looking to improve the system. So again, this is just an example of what we did in our company. And as you can see, these are the things that are most material to us. And it was really important for us. And, we do have specific goals around each of these. We're always continuing to reduce waste, and we reduce our electricity consumption by as much as possible, always using new technologies, etc. But having these goals is what drives us, and we do report this out at every meeting within our company. So I appreciate everybody joining today. Please join us on Tuesday, December 17th. We're going to have a webinar where we're going to take a deeper dive into some of this information and really talk about materiality, talk about establishing goals in more detail, gives you the ability to ask questions, and that question and answer period really provides a lot of extra input and great things. Continue to subscribe to my blog and to get emails. And please remember, we are having a seminar on May 7th that's really going to take all this and bring it together. This blog series sets the foundation for people that will be coming to the seminar. They'll have a lot of this work done so we can really hit the ground running and help you develop a solid sustainability program that you can implement right afterwards. So thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you on the webinar on December 17th.